What's up, strange earthers? For those who have subbed to the channel, thank you so much and welcome back. I'm stoked to have you on board. And for those of you who are new here, welcome and thanks for checking out my channel. If you find this content interesting, feel free to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all the never before seen strangeness that I find here on Google Earth every week. And trust me, there is plenty of it. Just so you know, I personally find everything myself that I show you in these videos, so you are truly among the first people to actually see these things here, aside from myself. I'm gonna be honest, this week's video is gonna be hard to beat, seriously. Finding a legitimate UFO on Google Earth is like the absolute holy grail of strange things that you can find, if you're lucky enough to spot one. And I believe I may have found more than that. So let's dive in and take a look. Alright, so first of all, in my opinion, you can't really do a UFO video without mentioning, of course, the famous Area 51, right? I mean, that's like pretty much a sin. So, I've been spending some time over there, and I believe that I have actually found something worth taking a look at here. So this is what I'm calling a reflective object, obviously. I mean, look at this thing. It is bright and shiny, and it is literally in the middle of nowhere out here in the mountains. And this is pretty close to, this isn't quite Area 51, but it is pretty close. If you can see, I've got some other random stuff mapped out here, but this up here is Groom Lake, and this is where Area 51 actually is at. And if you come down here, a little bit to the southeast, is another dry lake bed. I don't even know how I found this one, to be honest, but hey, you know, if you scroll in, you see this really illuminated, shiny object. It's hard to tell if it's something that's on the ground or if it's, you know, flying around. I don't know. It's weird. It's literally in the middle of nowhere, as you can see. This is all just mountain and nothing. So I have absolutely no idea what this is. Let's take a look. So from top to bottom, this thing measures at about 40 feet. And at the widest part, we're looking at about 15, 16 feet. So I'm not really sure what we're looking at here. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know where to start. I've seen a lot of planes, you know, flying around, and this certainly does not fit that category. I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss as to even what this possibly might be here. What do you guys think? Something weird, something cool to kick off this, and of course, you know, why wouldn't it be real close to Area 51? I don't know. So the next place we're gonna take a look at, let me grab it here, is a weird structure that I've located, and before we jump right into it, I just want to give a little background here. So this is actually in South America, in this giant dry lake bed. I believe it's a salt lake, and it's really close to Lake Titicaca, which, if you've ever heard anything about it, it's pretty well known for strange activity to occur around here, so I'm not surprised that I'm finding something strange this close to it. But yeah, there's these little island type things all throughout here, and you know, I've been taking a look at them, but something is on this little guy here in the middle of nowhere. If you zoom in, I found something pretty startling. I'm not really sure what it is. Almost looks like a shield of some sort in design. I'm not sure if it's a craft or, I mean, if it's man-made, it could be some type of, you know, there's other structures here. I'm not sure if this is some type of building, but this certainly looks like some kind of ship. I mean, very aerodynamic looking. How much closer I can zoom in, but this almost looks like a windshield of some sort on the front of this thing. If this is the front, I'm guessing, and this would be the back. I don't know if it makes more sense to try to look at it from this direction. What do you guys think that is? I'm at a loss, and it's also very, very far away from anything in the middle of a dry salt lake bed. You know, it's certainly not like a, some vacation resort or anything like that. And let's just take a look, just to give you an idea of how far away this is from civilization. So this is an airport. Let's just measure here in miles. Oops. Miles. Alright. So from our island, I don't know what this is, a hotel or something? Let's just say to here. That's almost 50 miles away. And it's over 50 miles to this airport. So why would there be structures all the way across this lake bed in the middle of nowhere on this little tiny island? I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. Just move it back here. You know, there's this little dotted trail that goes along it, but this is certainly strange, I must say. Alright, now we're going to hop on over to something else that's interesting that I found. And this is actually all the way over off a tiny little island off the northwest coast of Africa. Yeah, here we go. Here's the island. And you can see it's just a tiny little island in the middle of nowhere off the northwest edge of Africa. Let's zoom in and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so right here is this dotted trail that's being left behind by some sort of object. I'm gonna say this is the front here. Unfortunately, the image quality in this region isn't the best, so this is about as clear as we're gonna get. I'm not sure what this object is. And I know for a fact this isn't some sort of structure on the ground, because if you use the historical data here and you try to zoom into the future or other years, you can see there's nothing here, nothing leaving a dotted trail by any means. But here in 2000, there's this trail going across here, almost from the right to the left, heading west. I'm not sure what that is. What do you guys think? I haven't been able to find anything else like that on the entire island, and I can't say I've ever seen anything like it before. What do you think? Alright, so the next place we're going to head to, I found something really weird over in the UK, so let's go ahead and pull that up here. It is a highly reflective object of some sort. Look at this, right here. In the middle of all these fields, you can see from even way up here, this object is really shiny. I've never seen anything like this. It is massive. And you can clearly see a trail behind it, so this object is moving at high speed from the left to the right, and it's shooting off these reflective, reflective light really far away in each direction. And the object itself is just completely, I don't know, it's just completely sun glare of some sort. So it must be a really reflective object zooming across here. And when I go to different years, and you look back, it's just a normal house, so there's nothing on top of this house that would cause it to be reflective, that I can tell. I can actually even go to Street View and see that this is just a normal house. There's nothing super massive here that would cause any type of reflection like that. So this is very strange, very interesting, and it's really bizarre. I don't know. I try to be as skeptical as I can with these things, and I have not seen anything like this in all the hours I've spent on Google Earth to this point. This is a weird one. And just the fact that you can see the motion going from left to right too helps indicate that this object is up in the air and flying across. Actually, this is really close to Wiltshire, England, which is pretty much the crop circle capital of the world. So, is it a coincidence that we're seeing something like this nearby all these crop circles? I don't know. Definitely glad that I was able to spot this guy for sure. Just take another zoom in here. Let everybody get a good look at it. It's completely blowing out the pixels here, like it's not even a defined shape anymore. Just really cool looking in general. Alright, so all of these are leading up to maybe the most UFO looking object I've seen until this point from anybody on Google Earth here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and head over to this object and take a look at it here. I have found what may very possibly well be a UFO flying over water off the southern coast of California. Let's take a look at this guy. So right off the bat, let's zoom out here just to show you kind of where we're at. California is here, so we're off the southern coast. And this thing is just hovering over the water. And it's just got this sleek avocado-like design. You can almost see a little dome-like structure here on the top. And there's a, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a light blue, almost aura type thing going on around it, like a glow. This is insane. I've never seen anything like this. You know, what comes to mind at first is maybe this is a boat. But I've seen hundreds, probably thousands of boats at this point on Google Earth, and I've never seen anything like this. Usually a boat will have some sort of flat, especially let me just measure this first. So this is 40 feet long, roughly, and about 15 feet wide. So most boats of that size have a straight edge on one end for the outboard motors. Anything this shape that kind of tapers on both sides boat-wise, I can think of maybe a sailboat, but there's no mast or anything coming off the top of this. And there's also no wake, you know, meaning it would have to have just been sitting here in the water. I don't know. I think this is above the water, and it's some type of metallic craft. And I've never seen anything as UFO looking as this anywhere on Google Earth until now. So what do you think this is? This is just impressive. I mean, it's real close to shore too, so it's probably fairly shallow water here as well. Certainly I would have loved to have found this on land. It might have helped prove the fact even more that this is not a boat. But regardless, this is a pretty sweet find, in my opinion. I don't know, guys, what do you think we got here? Is this a UFO, or is it a boat? I'm gonna have to vote for UFO. But I'll leave you with that. So now that you've seen these objects for yourselves, what do you think? Leave me a comment if you have any thoughts or if you've found anything strange out there that you'd like me to check out, maybe for a future video. That's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next week with some more strange things I've found here on Google Earth. Take care.